Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. I know it's been forever since I've done a reaction video. It's been it's been since ENHYPEN's debut, I believe, and then I did the analysis to the album lyrics. And that's been a minute. It's just been hectic, obviously, with me being a postal worker. This is the busiest time of year for us, and then with COVID, it's even busier than normal. So I've been working every day, about 50 hours a week, and I just have not had any time to sit down. I haven't seen ENHYPEN's new music video, Let Me In, which is we're going to be reacting to today. I finally have some time. I have a day off. They actually tried to make me work today, and I told them it wasn't happening. I had too much stuff I need to do and to just kind of reset because I'm so tired. I am exhausted. So we're going to finally get to react to this. I'm super excited about it. Many of you know Let Me In is, it's so different than Give and Taken, so it's hard to compare them, but Let Me In is probably my favorite track from the album. I don't know. It's so close. It's like tied with Give and Taken. It's definitely one of my favorite B-sides in 2020 as a whole, not just from ENHYPEN, just as a whole. It's one of my favorite B-sides, so I'm really excited to check out this music video. Also, it seems as though the music video is going to have some story elements, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to try to analyze and see if we can make some connections to the Give and Taken music video and that kind of storyline that we started there. I don't know, guys. Finally, I'm getting to sit down and watch this. This is one thing that's unfortunate about being a reactor sometimes, is that I have to wait and I have to push off stuff, because if I can't react to it when it drops because I was at work and I worked yesterday as well, then I have to wait, and that really sucks. But we're going to watch it now. I'm really excited, guys. Let's get into this. Let's see what the boys have to offer. I cannot wait. And I also can't wait for tomorrow, because they are on Weekly Idol, and I am so excited for that as well. All right, let's go. Let's get into this. I'm sick of waiting. Let's go. I miss you guys, by the way. All right, we're going to watch it one time, and I'm just going to take it all in. Obviously, lyrics we don't need because I already know the lyrics. So we're gonna just watch it through, and I'm gonna try not to pause, but you know me, and then we're gonna run it through again and try to decipher some stuff, analyze a little bit. This is so ominous and creepy. Oh my god! Ah! I'm not supposed to be pausing. You could hear their breathing. What's kind of funny is I'm gonna pause. Why do I even say that I'm not going to? It's a joke at this point. The way he's moving his mouth is very fish-like, if that makes sense. Which obviously this concept, the whole 20 cube, it's like the size of a fish tank, and like this whole thing is a play on fish tanks being like your world, and you want to come into somebody else's world, their fish tank and stuff like that. So it's just kind of interesting that his mouth movements are kind of like fish do, and how they breathe. I'll be your boyfriend. Jake and Nikki playing around. The mysterious liquid. Oh, he's drinking it. I mean, it's in a cup. Oh, it's the cube. Like it's calling them. Are these those suits? Yeah, this was always so interesting. Okay, they're in like a museum. Wait, are they on a spaceship? Boyfriend. They are so in space. Ooh, ah. Ready, rap. All right, what are we doing there, Sungyoon? I love Sanu and Heesung's, like, their relationship. The duality of the music video as well. This room with lasers was always interesting. Are they frozen right now? Yeah. What is with the gummy bear? Yeah. Okay, was that Sung Hooney? It was. The first person to take one off. I feel like that's significant. Oh, he sung. I saw that. I'll give you my blood, 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 blood. I'll give you my blood. No, Jake. Oh, I love this shot. This shot is epic. Cinematography wins. All right, we're going to rewatch, obviously, but we're going to go back and watch this again. Guys, this was a beautiful, beautiful way to execute this, in my opinion. Obviously, we're doing a rotating, like a panning shot here, and the way they have the boys set up here is each line, they're in that order. You know, we have Jake, then we go to Heesung, and then we go to Jungwani, and then we have Sanu end it. And that's the way the vocals, you know, are in the song. And so we just do a shot here, and we just ride around this cube, and they're situated in a manner to show it seamlessly in a oneer. Oh, this is just beautiful. And it's I love this song. I love every part of this song. But like this part, it's just so good. Like they ended it so good. Just dropping the music out and being more focused on the vocals and let the boys just carry you, you know, to the end of the song. I love it. So let's watch this one more time. I'll be your boyfriend. Oh my god, Sanu, that stare. Sanu's acting is phenomenal. They all are. They're so amazing. Oh my god, they're so amazing. We're gonna go through again, and we're gonna analyze and try to analyze, because there's a lot of stuff that I'm intrigued by, and I'm not sure what it means, but we're gonna try to talk about it a little bit here. But I was just like I said, today's my first day off in quite some time, and I was just sitting earlier and just kind of relaxing because, you know, I needed to just reset, and I was watching a bunch of videos and of the boys and performances and different stuff, and they had the weekly idol snippet where they performed Dynamite, and it had like a 2x speed to it as well, and it's just, there's so much these boys have done that is so impressive for how new they are. And obviously, yes, some of them have trained for a little bit, but some of them haven't. I mean, you have Jake and Nikki, I believe. Both of them are very short training times. Nikki obviously has been dancing a long time, but training period, I believe he's also really short, around the same time as Jake. And so it's just crazy the amount of stuff they've accomplished already with that amount of time under their belt. All of this is, you know, Let Me In getting a music video was a shocker to me. I talked about this in my give and take and reaction. Like, I wasn't sure if we were going to get another video. If we were, I was hoping it would be for this, but I just didn't think they'd have time, was the biggest thing with them doing as many stages and big performances, the debut as a whole, radio shows. You know, they've had huge award show performances, not just music show performances for their debut. And then they had Give and Taken's music video, all the Selkas and all of the their reality show they did, just all of the stuff they've offered us. I did not think they had time to do another music video, especially one with this much story driven aspects. You know, there's a lot of different sets here and different stuff like that, and that's time consuming when it comes to filmmaking. So I was very surprised that we got this, so I'm excited, and I just want to appreciate the boys. Thank you for all your hard work. This is amazing, and we love you, all of us engines. So let's get back into this, guys. I want to check it out again and try to break some stuff down that I saw that was interesting. Not knowing, you know, I'm not going to know what the meanings are necessarily, but we're going to throw some theories out there. This is something I know a lot of people, when we first saw this in the teaser, have kind of potentially connected. Obviously, we don't know if it's a solidified fact. I believe it was a Mama performance from BTS. Was that a couple years ago or last year? I know it wasn't this year. And it was like, was it Future Meets Past? Is the like kind of tagline for it, and BTS was like in these kind of like sheets. They weren't like, this is like plastic. I don't think they were like plastic sheets like this is. They were more just sheets. So it was interesting that they have a similar kind of formation here. And we know Big Hit in their universe, they connect everything, every group. It's just about finding it. Dude, the breathing is so ominous. You can hear them trying to, I mean, obviously with plastic over your face, it's not easy to breathe. So it's creepy. At first I thought he was, you know, like fish when they're in the water and breathing. They obviously have gills that helps them breathe underwater, but they make those faces when they're breathing. And so that's what I thought it was, which connected to the fish and the cube and the tank theory. Not theory necessarily, but the song's meaning. But there's this weird sound in the back that's like almost kind of like a kind of old record player kind of sound, like when you start the track almost. And I don't know, it's kind of, can't remember what that's called. The old record players that also had like the big like horn. I don't know. You wouldn't even call it a horn. I can't remember what that's called. It's like a something Graham. I don't remember what it's called. Like what the Graham, isn't that what the Grammy like is? Like it's the award. It's whatever I'm talking about. Like I just can't remember what it is. But anyways, that's what it sounds like to me. Like you kind of hear this like reverb of like music that's unfinished, not playing properly, but also he could be saying something, but like reciting something without actually speaking it. I don't know. They look so good, always. So this here, I was very curious seeing, you know, we saw this in, I don't remember if Sanu had it in the the dawn photo shoot. Jay did though. Jay had a little scratch here with, you know, a little bit of blood, and you know, we didn't really know what that meant, and I don't feel like that was ever resolved of knowing what that meant. Then once we saw this, and this is kind of the outdoor side of things. So with Give and Take, we very much got that dusk concept, and then with this we get a little bit of more of the dawn, more of the bright side of things. So I don't believe Sanu had that scratch though. I know Jay did, and I was wondering if it was when they broke out of the glass, because we see it crack at the end of the teaser, as well as the music video. I was wondering if that's when it happened, but it seems as though during this Heesung hits him with a stick, which is not coincidental. There's clearly a reason for that. Yeah. I love that we're getting this Nikki and Jake moment here, because they are so adorable together. It's it's a grouping, a ship or whatever you would call it, that hadn't gotten as much attention, throughout Island. But once they became a group, it was kind of talked about a lot more how close they actually are. And I love that we're getting to see it here. This glass is so interesting. What was that? This video is going to be so long. Is that an antler? That looks like an antler to me. I'm just saying. Which is interesting because of TXT and their antlers being a prominent thing. The whole, their whole debut with the crown, which was, with the antlers. I don't know. That's what that looks like to me. And Sunghooney with his cape. It's such a big thing. He did it in the debut trailer too with the red cape, and then we got it here with this black one. It's also laying on the bathtub in Give and Taken. If you noticed, it was also in the teaser for Give and Taken, I believe. It was hanging though, hiding the bathtub. It's in one of the flashing spots. You don't really see it unless you pause the video. And then also he drew it on his album cover when they just did their when they were decorating their album sleeves, and he drew the cape because he said it was really important. And this is so, I don't know what this means. I'm so curious about this blue liquid. I've seen somebody talk about it on Twitter, and I didn't think about it, but it is maybe connected. That liquid color is the exact same color that in The Promised Neverland, that, spoiler if you have not watched it or read, that the kids are put into these big containers, and it's like the liquid that they're preserved in would be the best way to describe it, I guess. So that's interesting. It's that color choice, but it's weird that he's drinking it. And then he has also got a blue nail, which I don't know what that would mean. And then this is red cube. It's calling them, obviously. It changes, and then Sunghooney turns around. Jake looks at it. Jay is beelining for it. You can see the determination in his eyes. See? It's calling them. Okay, that's them yeah. So these must be astronaut outfits, because I didn't know what they were. Which a lot of people made the joke that they were Among Us outfits, which would make sense if they're astronaut outfits. But they're clearly in a space setting here. But then, were those gummy bears floating around? They are. What is the red gummy bear? I love the Converse. Okay, so Jungwani is floating towards a new window, as we discuss in the song lyrics, and it's seeming like once he goes through that window, it's taking him to another world, in my opinion. And it's something that I discussed in Give and Taken. I very much feel like him being our protagonist that we're focusing on a lot in our music videos, believe he's going to hold the spot that previously we've had with Subin and TXT, we've had with Eunha and G-Friend, and then Jin and BTS, that seem to be the main protagonist that tends to time travel or have some type of connection with time or changing dimensions, alternate universes, something along those lines, since everything's kind of just theorized at this point. And so it's also something that I thought about. I'm trying to remember what... Oh, I was watching The Butterfly Effect. Great movie, old movie. Don't really remember what year it's from. I know I was young when I started watching it. But I was rewatching it recently. I love that movie. But anyways, he time travels in that movie and changes stuff in The Butterfly Effect. And when he does it, and he does it a lot, his nose bleeds because his brain's working so hard to compensate for the change of memories when things get changed in different universes and different alternate timelines. So I'm very curious. A lot of people connected the blood with Give and Take, and when he's got his nosebleed, when Jungwon has his nosebleed, to the vampire, which I never really understood why people said that, because having a nosebleed has nothing to do with being a vampire. I think they just thought blood and they're like vampire. Unless I'm missing something, I don't know how that's really connected. But a lot of people just kind of wrote that off as a vampire thing. I think it 100% has to do with him time traveling. I think, especially after seeing Butterfly Effect again, and it reinforced that in me, that I think that he is our time traveler. It was something I already kind of thought was the case, but I feel like that's some, reinforcing evidence here. Ready, rap. Fucking Sung Hooney here with his knife out, his like switchblade. This is interesting shot as well, because that is 100% a grave. Like, that is what that is. Like, it has to be. It's completely shaped as if you were digging, a traditional grave where you would put a casket in. Jungwon is the only one sitting at it, looking down into it currently, which it's blue inside of it, which is interesting, which is the color of that liquid. But the outside, what we have in the sky is more of the dusk concept. It's all red, and it's also the color of that cube that we had. So it's like these are the two sides, the red, like, we have dusk and dawn concept. These are the two sides of the line, like you're being pulled. And I wonder if there's going to be some type of issue between Heesung and Sunu, because this is something that happens sometimes in the storylines with Big Hit. Is there's altercations or there's disagreements, and even though they're having fun, and we know outside of this video that they do have a beautiful, very fun relationship, so I don't know, just with the way Sunu, when he gets hit, it's just kind of like his face changes. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's something that's going to happen there in the future. So Jakey is like sticking gummy bears on this cube. What are the gummy bears? I love that move. So obviously they're stuck now. They've left from the astronaut setting, from the galaxy setting, to the woods setting. And Jungwani was the one who left. So that's the curious thing here is, did they all go with him, or is this just a new timeline and Jungwon is the only one that has, changed, timelines. He's jumping timelines, but then that would leave you to wonder what happened to the person that was in the timeline already. What happened to that Jungwon? But anyways, but they seemed fine in the astronaut setting, and then they left, but they were still joyful. Now they seem like they're trapped in the woods. They seem like they're stuck there, and they're not okay with it, and they want to leave. Also, another thing interesting about the whole woods setting, besides it's very obvious that they're stuck in there and it's kind of a simulation, but it is something to wonder about. There's an inkling of whether or not that is related to the Magic Island at all, because that is something that has kind of come up with obviously TXT. It's a huge part of their universe, and G-Friend has been theorized to be connected and ran back to that as well, with multiple things. I'm not going to pronounce it right. They come in their albums, this little story thing that it's German. The word's German. I just don't know how to pronounce it. But it's kind of discussed that their powers they got were from an island, I believe, that that they got it from the spring that was in Love Whisper. Sorry, this has turned into a huge theorizing video, but I'm excited because I wanted to finally watch it, and I just haven't reacted to something and theorized in a long time. But anyways, so it's kind of curious. I'm wondering if that is something to do with the Magic Island, or it could very well just be a Promise Neverland connection with them being trapped, because in the anime, because I have not read, I'm not going to pronounce it right. You told me how to pronounce it, and I'm not going to pronounce it right. It's not manga, but I thought it was. But anyways, in the anime, for Promise Neverland, they're, at the orphanage or the foster home, whatever you want to call it, the area that's actually a farm, and it's surrounded by woods, but they can't leave the woods. There's walls that they have to go past, and they're not allowed to. So that's something as well. It could be that. Okay. So we have them in this museum setting that we've continued to go back to, and they see handprints on a glass, which I think personally is Jungwon and Give and Taken. I talked about this from analyzing the teaser pictures, the teasers. I took some pictures of it and put it on Twitter. I personally think that when Jungwon slams his hand on the window and you see all the boys in like the orphanage setting or whatever running around, and he's on the outside, it's the right hand. And then we also saw, was it the right hand? Yeah, it's the right hand. And then we also saw him put his hand up to it in this teaser, in the Let Me In teaser. And so I'm wondering if that residue of a handprint is from Give and Taken. And it's cracking here, and that's when the wall we have in the woods cracks as well, opening another black window, allowing them to exit. So this glass is broken. You can see the shards up at the top. Obviously, the laser is coming through it. I'm assuming the laser is hitting some glass that's making it disperse in different directions, potentially. Yeah, because, well, maybe it's just, no. It's not reflective glass. It would just shine straight through it. I don't know. And there's gummy bears stuck on that, too. And they're all frozen in time for some reason here. The gummy bear's stuck on the... What is this gummy bear? Like I said, I feel like Sung-hoon pulling his off first, being liberated, was not unintentional. Okay, are all of the boys here? I didn't check this before. No, we're missing one. Who are we missing? Nikki, yeah, Heesung, Jungwon. We're missing Jungwani. Oh my god, Nikki, I saw that. Him and his facial expressions, they've gotten so good. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm like all over the fucking place. I just want to make sure that here we don't see... Yep, it's still just... We're missing Jungwon. Okay, he's letting go of it. He's... Whatever that is, he's letting go of it now. He doesn't care if it shatters. He doesn't care. So is it something that he was previously dependent on? I don't know what it would be, but is it something because... I don't know. Everyone else was running around and having fun in the warehouse, and he was drawn to that, that liquid, and he was focused on that. So is it something that he had a dependency on, but now he's letting it go? God, I love that image. God, So good, guys. It was so good, and this video is gonna be so long, and I don't even care. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Me just kind of sitting here and spitballing theories, and it's been a long time, guys, since I've gotten to, really, it's been a long time since I've gotten to react. It's been a long time since I've gotten to theorize. I enjoy theorizing. I'm not always right by any means, but I think it's fun to sit and just think about stuff and try to see different ways that things could connect and just kind of throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks, as they say. And I feel like when I get to do these types of videos and when you guys get to watch what I think and you can tell me what you think and we can talk about it in the comments and we can maybe figure something out together. I've been doing this since this channel started because all of the groups that honestly, all my alt groups are very huge in universe type storylines, and I love that about them. It's one of the many things that makes me love those groups. So on this channel, with me starting with GFriend, it was the first group I reacted to on the channel, and then getting into BTS and TXT, I've done a lot of this analyzing and theorizing on the channel, and sometimes it's panned out some, and sometimes it hasn't. So I'm interested to see what we can come together and figure out from this music video. I know personally, once I get done with this reaction, I'm going to start binging other reactions because I haven't watched any reactions. As many of you know, I started this channel because I personally love reactions myself, and I love how they make me feel, and the fun and the enjoyment I get out of watching other people watch something and experience something. So that's why I started doing it, because I wanted to offer that to other people. So I'm going to be watching a bunch of reactions after this so that I can see what other people thought, because I haven't been able to do that since I hadn't watched the music video. I obviously couldn't watch anybody react to it. The biggest thing, I want to know what the red gummy bear is. It obviously has a huge significance. It was all over this music video. Sunghoon was the first person to have it, that I noticed at least. And then the only other person that ever had one in their hand would have been Jakey. He was putting them on the cube encasement, one of the ones in the museum. And then they were just everywhere. They were stuck on the shards where they broke out of the one area, and yeah, they clearly mean something. They were in space with them, floating around as well. I don't know what that significance is. I don't feel like I've seen that red gummy bear anywhere else. But like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you have. But I don't think I have. I think that I'm wanting to have seen it somewhere else, because it obviously is something that's very important. So let me know, guys, down in the comments what you thought about the video, what things you think are going on in it, what theories you guys have, what theories you guys have seen, if you know what the damn red gummy bears are. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of the channel. Thanks for continuing to support me. Thanks for sticking with me through this crazy season, since this is my busiest time of the year when it comes to work. I've been trying to do some live streams here and there because there's something I can do a little bit quicker. I can just do it when I have time, instead of having to react to a video, then to edit it and do all of the stuff that goes along with that. So I really appreciate you guys continuing to support me, and I'm excited to see what you guys think about in the comments. If you like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up down below and subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I'll see you guys down in the comments.